Yes, we're with the reigning Universal Woman 2024, Maria Gigante.
Gigante, correct.
Yes, kasi nami-mispronounce ko, Gigante, Gigante,
Okay lang
Gigante.
naman. It's the same thing. Wala naman akong ka-apelyido dito sa pageant world, I think.
Wala pa.
So, okay lang. Oh, okay na okay lang.
Speaking of Gigante,
Yes.
you just won the very first, no, second edition, but the very first crown for the Philippines
Yes.
from Universal Woman. That's a giant, that's a Gigante
Giant
achievement.
Exactly.
I'm sure nag-sink in na.
Of course, over the last 6 months, I've been traveling so much, and I'm just so thankful and grateful that I'm able to come back here during Miss Grand Philippines, because my journey to the international stage began in the ALV pageant circle family when I joined Miss World in 2022, and then last year I also hosted Miss Grand, right?
Yes.
And now I'm turning over here, so. I'm just so happy that these special moments that remind me of where I came from, I'm allowed to be here. But other than that, I've been traveling. As you know, you saw Miss Universe Cambodia, right?
Ang galing-galing mo doon.
Thank you po. Thank you po. And congratulations to our winner, Prasat Davin, who is also one of the court of Valentina from last year for Universal Woman. She was the fourth runner-up. Yeah. So she's an empowered woman talaga. Not only is she Miss Universe Cambodia, but she's also the national director for Universal Woman Cambodia. Yeah, so that's the type of women that we want. When we say we're inclusive, we really cheer for women all out. Kahit anong franchise mo, kahit saan ka galing, kahit gaano ka katanda, totoong inclusive talaga siya. Kaya nga nag-advocate ako ngayon, if may gusto na transgender mo join, gusto ko talaga, I wanna see. Pero feeling ko, matalo kami kapag gano'n. Oo. Truth.
May panawagan na, di ba?
Yes.
Which brings me to my next question. I'm sure meron kang, kumbaga, definition na ng Universal Woman before ka sumali.
Definitely.
Now that you won the crown, is it the same definition or may nadagdag ba sa definition mo ng term na Universal Woman?
Well, my first exposure to Universal Woman was actually when I was appointed here. And for that special occasion, Valentina, the reigning Universal Woman at that time in 2023, she came over and I had a brief conversation with her. And from there, we just gelled. Like, she was the type of girl that was down to earth and a go-getter. And as a probinsyana naman, I'm a very low-maintenance person. And kahit
Talaga ba?
Of course! Ako lang nagawa nito lahat today.
Tanan.
Hair, I did my makeup, tanan, Cebuana, di ba?
Nindot kaayo.
Salamat kaayo. Kanang fights na ako makeup. So I'm very independent. I do things on my own. And grabe na. I mean, labi na sa probinsya, di ba? You have to be very, very self-sustaining. And of course, respectful to your elders, ganon. So that's a part of me that I really wanted to bring on the international stage. So I think it's very representative of Filipino culture. Only to find out that Valentina, the previous winner, is the same way pala. Kasi island person din siya, katulad sa akin. So parang, it felt so good and it felt like I was able to touch the reality of what it means to be a beauty queen, to experience like having that conversation with her was so self-affirming na kahit hindi ako naniniwala na may chance talaga ako at that time to get a crown pa, kaya nga nag-retire na ako, di ba? Oh, thank you po. Yeah, kasi lagpas na sa age limit, di ba? Tsaka bago lang nag-open yung mga age limit ng pageants. So, syempre, inisip ko na, baka sabi lang nila, baka hindi totoo, di ba?
Para masabing inclusive.
Oo, ganon. Pero yung sinabi ni Sir Arnold, yung manager ko, na you really have a chance at winning Universal Woman. As in, hindi niya tinigilan. Sabi niya talaga, we will send you and you will do very well. So sabi ko naman sa sarili ko, marinig ko na sa boss mo. Kasi yung mga tao nagsuporta sa atin from the beginning, sila talaga yung may alam kung saan tayo mag-asenso, di ba? Lalo na how it was received by the pageant community here. It was very, very warmly received. And I'm so happy to have a landslide vote or like the support of everyone in the pageant community. Kasi ang tagal ko na gustong mag-corona. Tapos nangyari
Finally.
talaga, di ba?
Ito na yon, perfect timing.
Perfect timing talaga.
Two more questions. You mentioned about culture. Tell us about Cambodian culture as compared to Filipino culture.
One thing we have in common is that Cambodians and Filipinos treat each other like equals. We treat each other like family because we're Southeast Asian neighbors, right? Our cuisine is entirely different. The only difference is Filipinos would be sooner to give you a hug more than Cambodians because there's something culturally where like you have to wait until a person touches you first before you lay hands on them. Which is a sign of respect naman talaga. But
I have to keep that in mind.
yes, yes. But it's normal naman, di ba? Common sense if we're dealing with other people. But dito sa Pilipinas, masaya tayo kapag fiesta, masaya tayo kapag nagkasama tayo. So, yun lang yung isang difference natin. Di ba? But they're just as lovely. They love celebrations din. And they think that Filipino, lahat ng mga singer nila, Filipino. Oo. So they really have a huge appreciation for how talented Filipinos are, how friendly we are, how hospitable we are, and of course, hardworking.
Last question. I'm sure it's too early to ask you about your future beauty pageant plans because you're still enjoying the moment as the reigning Universal Woman 2024. So I'm not going to ask that question. We will ask you maybe 1 year later. So
1 year, 6 months from
Yeah,
now.
6 months from
Okay,
now.
Deal?
So my last question would be, how's your love life right now?
Oh, my love life is great. Someone asked me my status on Instagram recently, and they asked, am I single or am I taken? Sabi ko taken. Taken by surprise.
Mic drop.
Thank you.
Sige, you're about to crown your successor in the Philippines.
Yes.
Hindi siya sa international, but in the Philippines.
Yes.
Please invite the fans on September 29.
Yes, I would like to invite all of the supporters of Miss Grand Philippines, Miss Eco Teen, and of course Universal Woman Philippines to catch our final Grand Coronation night this September 29. Please stay posted on the page for more details, but I'm sure the candidates will have a lot of activities until the day comes. Of course, we only have 1 week.
Yes.
So be sure that if there's anyone you know that's joining, now's the time to really rally behind them and support them because now's the time that they need it most. We'll be crowning my successor, and hopefully she'll be able to go on to Universal Woman 2025 and get a back-to-back for the Philippines. Diba?
One of the most beautiful women I've ever interviewed in person.
Thank you.
Pangin pera.
Gigante.
The reigning Universal Woman, the reigning Universal Woman 2024, our very own Maria Gigante. Thank you so much. Salamat kaayo.
Salamat kaayo.